Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Again with you, Omar from Brownsburg Motorsports, and today we have a Honda Odyssey with deployed airbags. And like the title shows, we are going to be showing you the step-by-step on how to remove and replace the SRS module, otherwise known as the Airbag Module. Stay tuned. If you've seen my previous videos about airbag replacement and seat belts, then you should already know that always the first step whenever we are working with airbag is to disconnect the battery. So here we have the hood open. I have already popped up the plastic piece up front here. It's only held down by like this tab over here, that tab over there, that one, that one, that one. And like you see, these are not accessible, so all I had to do is just like pull up on it and the entire piece came out. I'm gonna put that to the side. Then we have to remove the air duct over here that goes to the air intake or the air cleaner box, and we do that because the battery is sitting right underneath it. You have these two tabs over here. I have already unscrewed them. They're like clips. You can use a clip remover to just kind of pop them up, or I would recommend using a flat, like an actual screwdriver. See if you can unscrew them. If you can, that's awesome. If you can't, then use a flathead. This is probably one of the first times we were lucky enough to unscrew them. Anywho, I have already disconnected the battery, but I just want to show you the tools we need. Clip remover and a 10mm for this job, and we're gonna need one more tool. I'll show you. I'll get to it later. But for now, we are gonna go ahead and disconnect our negative terminal. As you can see, I use my 10mm. I untighten it a little bit. Loosen it from here, and then I put a rug over there over it, just in case so it doesn't touch the body. In case while working on the airbag and there's a connection over here, it might cause other harm to the airbags or deploy other airbags. Anyway, stay tuned for the next step. All right, so back here on the driver's side, the battery is disconnected. Like I mentioned, our SRS module is located right there where my hand shadow is at, right there, right behind the accelerator or the gas pedal. And to access it, we're gonna start by working on the side. First, we have this panel over here. This entire panel here has to be removed, and to do that, I'm just gonna, just like that. I'm just gonna pull on it. It has like multiple tabs on the back, and it has like a guide pin. So let me see if I can show you. So as far as the tabs, these are our tabs right there. So we have one there, there. Those up top over there as well. And we have this tab here, that tab there, and then that piece kind of slides right there. Let me see if I can show you in the camera. So let me see if I can. So that slides right there, right where the shadow is at. So and I'm talking about that tab over here at the end. That one slides there, and then it snaps. The white tab over here, that one goes in there on the bottom, and then the rest just snaps all around the center console. And our SRS module is right there with that yellow connector on it. First thing we have to do is we're gonna remove that bracket, the metal bracket you see over there. This is where I'm pointing at right now. And to get that off, we are gonna need, I believe, 10mm. Let me double check. We're gonna need a deep socket 10mm. Let me try this 10mm here. Actually, this one worked. Let me try the other one. See if I'm gonna need a deep 10mm. Yeah, we definitely gonna need a deep socket 10mm. So I'm gonna start with the one in the middle. There we go. And I'm removing this to make the life easier because it is already hard enough as it is. So this is the first. That's the first nut. Then we have the 10mm in the bottom. Hold on a second. I don't think that's a 10. Ah, this is 11. I grabbed the wrong socket. All right, let me see the 10mm up top. Is that a 10mm or is that a Odyssey? And we're gonna need 8mm for the upper ones. So let me get the bottom one first, and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, sorry about the interruption there. I had a customer. Anywho, we did get the bolt on the bottom, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. and we have the two 8mm up top. And the only reason I'm removing this because it is a very tight spot over here to get to. Let me see, this is the 10mm, this is the 8mm, no, this is the 11. Let me grab the 8mm right here, and come on now. Sorry, working here with one hand can be a little bit of a pain. All right, so we have one right there. Oh, I don't think it's 8 either. Yeah, it looks like it's smaller than an 8. Went ahead and removed the bracket that was sitting here. There was a 1 10mm on the bottom, 1 10mm in the center, and 2 7mm right up top over here. And that bracket came off. I'm talking about these brackets here that I was opening earlier. Now for the bolts for the, let me see if I can get the camera angle adjusted. For the bolts for the SRS module, you're gonna need a T30, and as you can see, I'm just gonna go ahead and start loosening it from this side. The other side is gonna be a little bit more of a pain because there is like 2 coolant lines. Technically, if you go by the book, it says you have to remove those. I'm gonna try and remove the SRS without doing that. And before I get to the other side, I'm gonna show you how we can remove the connectors, those yellow connectors. They usually have a tab on the, let me see here. Yeah, the angle is not the best. Unfortunately, the space is very tight, but that's the only way I can actually show you clearly. All right, let's see if I can remove this. I still can't remove it by hands, even though it's like halfway out already. All right, now before I show you how to remove the connector, I'm gonna show you how to remove the plastic panels on the side. This side is gonna be the first. Before we remove this plastic panel, we have to remove this one. And I'm just gonna stick my finger in there and use a clip remover. Kinda just like pry it out. Let me see, the entire thing is one piece, so you can start from here as well. Can you guys see it right here? Yeah, right here. I just started right here. I'm just prying. There we go. And I should have just like tabs. So once you get one out, there we go. There we go. All right. So and then it has this light here. I'm just gonna spin it, just like turn it a quarter turn, and this thing comes off. And the way to install this back, by the way, it has these 2 tabs in the back. Those they hook up all the way in the back over there, and it has these metal tabs all across the cover. All right, now we can go ahead and move on to the cover here. I'm gonna go ahead and just pry on it with my hand, or just kind of pull it. Okay, from there. All right, so it's not coming off as easily. Oh, here we go. And trying to see. Okay, it doesn't have a tab at the end that slides into it, just like the other side did, but it's just like these regular white tabs, as you can see. Okay, take that away. Now those are the two lines. Those are the 2 coolant lines that I was talking about. And if you see that yellow thing right there, that's the second connector for the airbag for the SRS module. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and remove this air duct over here. So let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, I think that's what just came out. There was a clip fallen underneath here. So this clip is supposed to be over there. And then you remove the clip, and then this kind of comes out. Now don't worry about these. These are very paper plastic material, so they're not gonna break. And I'm not gonna actually like pull it out because I have to like remove a bunch of other stuff. I'm just gonna bend it, to be honest with you, and I'm gonna leave it there. There we go. If I can bend it and just kind of hold it there, that would be epic. Now, all right, this is the closest or the best I can get you guys a good view, so that you could see the bolt. I did not remove any of the lines, as you can see. I did not disconnect them. The book says technically you gotta disconnect them, both lines, and empty the coolant. Well, I'm not trying to do coolant bleeding after I'm done with the airbag module, so I'm gonna work my way around it like this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let me see. I'm sure you guys could see it. The bolt is right there. It's also a T30. which honestly Honda is the only one that I know that use T30 for the SRS for the SRS modules. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this slowly, and once it's out, I will pick up right where we left off. All right, so as you can see, I removed the well, I'm not gonna say the one at the front, but as you can see, there's one right there and one right there at back. The one out back right there, I'm trying to reach it, but I can't from here. But anyway, it's gonna be impossible for me to actually unscrew that last one, and I'm zooming on it right now. It's gonna be impossible for me to unscrew the last one and take a video at the same time, but I'm just gonna use my same exact tool that I was using earlier, and I'm just gonna try to take my time with it. It took me about 2 minutes to get that one on the side over there. And as far as the connectors, I will show you once we get all the screws out. I'll show you how we can disconnect them. All right, so with that, we actually got the last screw. It needed, I had to have Jeremy holding the tool from the side, from the top, while I actually have enough room to turn it and untie it. Now with that, the module is loose, as you can see, and I'm gonna start with the connector on this side over here. I mean, I can disconnect them both from the side, but basically the idea is, let me see if I can. There we go. So you're gonna push on this tab here. You're gonna push it down, and then while you do that, you're gonna push the entire connector. I would say like half a quart, like half a turn. So it's gonna turn like a circle. So let me show you. I don't know if you guys could see it or not. Yeah, I don't think you guys could see it. I don't think you guys could see it. Yeah. Let me see if I can go here. All right. So I'm gonna push that connector down. I'm gonna push that tab down, and I'm gonna slide it out. There we go. So I push that tab down, and then I'm gonna slide it down, slide it out, and just like that. Same thing we're gonna do on the other side. It's probably easier to do it from the other side, but honestly, it is probably easier from here. So let me see if I can push that tab while at the same time. Okay. Problem is the space, honestly. I'm trying to film and at the same time show you guys. So there we go. Let me see if I can use my. There we go. All right, and it turns, I would say, like a quarter turn, and with that, the module is out. Oof, that was a pain. I mean, the job itself wasn't that hard. It's mostly the space. And just to kind of go back on these connectors, you push that tab, this tab over here, you push it down, and then you pull the connector from the bottom, and it will turn like that. So this is a connector. This is how the connector goes in. So when you put it back in, you push the connector, and then you push this back in, and it will kind of clip, and that's it.